Today I'm going to be doing a girly Q&A. You guys have been asking me for a while now to do more puberty related videos, so I asked on my Instagram for you guys to leave me girly puberty talk questions. Do you wear a bra at night? No, and you're not really supposed to. I think you can get away with wearing like a light, non-padded, like sports style like bralette if you really want to wear something, but to be honest, I just wear a t-shirt with nothing underneath. I don't think it's good for your boobs, like your body. Your boobs aren't supposed to have a bra and to be like pushed into like a shape or like molded or like restricted, you know? And like I personally find wearing a bra like quite uncomfortable, so every day when I like wear something where I don't have to wear a bra with it, like this dress for example, I'll gladly not wear one because I just don't like them personally. I know some people do like the feeling. I think when I first got bras, I kind of liked the novelty of it, but then that wore off and now I just find them really uncomfortable, to be honest. I'm really nervous for my first kiss. How do I make it a pleasant experience? I don't think I've really spoken about like kissing that much or anything on my channel, so it kind of feels a little bit embarrassing, but just make sure it's like the right person in the right place, the right time, location, you know? Make sure you're ready for it and the other person's ready for it, and like, I don't know, you really actually want to do that. I don't know, just be like relax and follow their lead. I feel like if you're having a kiss, it can be kind of awkward if you just like let your hand, like just remember to like put your hands on like their shoulders or like in their hair or something. Put your hands somewhere, because otherwise, I don't know, if you don't, like, I feel like that could be kind of awkward. Also, make sure you have good breath. When did you first start growing boobs? I think I was 10. It was around about when I started puberty. Like as a girl, the first signs of starting puberty is like starting to get boobs and also getting body odor. Those were like the first things for me. How often do you get your period a month? How often I get my period is once a month, and that is normal. The average cycle I think is like 28 to 32 days. It does vary person to person. Some people can get like spotting during the middle of their cycle as well, but like it varies person to person, but like around like once a month is normal. Do you girls get voice cracks? I may be wrong, but I don't think so. Like I've never heard anything about girls getting voice cracks, but I've never like considered it. I never have. I don't think that's a thing. I think it is just boys. Are you waiting till marriage? I don't really know. I don't think so, but I'm definitely gonna wait for the right person. I don't know. That's a very personal thing and like completely up to you, but definitely gonna wait a while. Like I'm not ready for that yet. I respect people who do wait for that, and then if you don't want to, then I also understand and respect that. What do you use to cover up acne? I'm very insecure about mine. Love you, you're such an inspiration. Thank you, Sophie. There's not really any need to be insecure, but like I do understand. I also have like acne. I sometimes struggle with it. Yeah, sometimes I do feel like, oh, like a little bit insecure, but it's also important to remember like everyone has like an insecurity. A lot of people, you'd be surprised about the amount of people that do struggle with acne as well anyways. But even if someone doesn't struggle with acne, they're gonna have another insecurity, like everyone does. What I use to cover up my acne at the moment, I'm using a tinted sun cream by this brand, Drunk Elephant, and I also use a little bit of concealer. I don't like to use like super heavy products. Like I have in the past like used super full coverage, like heaviness, and I actually prefer the look, even though technically you can still see my skin more, like you can see more acne than when I have like the full coverage. When I have the full coverage, it just looks so thick and heavy, and I just don't like the look. I prefer a more natural look. I want to wear panty liners, but I'm not on my period. I just want them from discharge. I mean, I think that is what panty liners are for, is like for the very end of your period or just before your period and during the rest of your cycle for discharge. That's fine, that's normal. I haven't ever really done that just because I actually find panty liners so uncomfortable. I have used them before for like the end of my period, but I just find it so uncomfortable. Like I really hate them. I feel like, I don't know if it was the ones I was using, but just in general, like I hate wearing pads. And then panty liners are even worse because I feel like, because they don't have wings, I've never like discovered a panty liner with wings. They just like come off my pants and then get all like rolled up and like stuck to your leg. Have you ever had a boyfriend? If not, do you ever feel embarrassed that you have never had one? I'd say I haven't had a boyfriend. I did kind of have a boyfriend when I was like 13, but it was like just silly. But no, I don't feel embarrassed. I haven't had a proper relationship.
Yeah, please.
Can I have one?
Yeah.
Do you share girly stuff with Sienna, or do you think she's too young? Yeah, I do. I don't think there's necessarily an age which is like too young for certain things, definitely for some things, but like for example, if I have like a little crush on someone, like I'll tell Sienna, or like if I've started my period, I'll tell Sienna, or like I'll speak to her about like bras and stuff like that. Besides, I think Sienna is probably going to develop later than me, but I did actually start puberty at her when I was 10, at her age, so I don't think she's too young to learn about how your body changes. Do you feel embarrassed when you bloat? No. Definitely not. I mean, getting bloated is like something normal and natural, and I feel like everyone experiences, especially girls. Like, to be honest, whenever I'm bloated, like I'll tell my friends that I'm bloated, or I've like posted pictures on my stories like joking about how it looks like I'm pregnant because I was bloated. So no, I'm definitely not embarrassed. What was your first reaction when you learned about periods? Did you think it was gross? I think my mum has always been like super open and like never really like hid periods from me. Like I've heard stories about how people like start their period and didn't even know like what a period was. Like my mum never like kept periods a secret from me. Like I knew about periods from like a super young age. Like I can't remember when I found out about them. But yeah, I guess before I started, I didn't find it like gross, but I found it a little bit scary. But I knew it was something like when you started, it was kind of like growing up. So I didn't necessarily not want to start it, but I just found the idea a little bit scary and like, oh my goodness, what would that be like? Because you've never experienced it, you know? What do you do if a boy asks why you're moody or in pain? I don't think this has ever really happened to me. Actually, yeah, it has. I just told them. I don't know, I'm not really embarrassed about periods and things like that. And if they find it like weirded out, like to be honest, I just kind of find it funny because it's just like boys, you know? Boys being boys. I don't really care. Do you wear period pants? If so, are they useful? Yes, I absolutely love period pants. I wear them every night and sometimes during the day, depending on what I'm doing. Like if I'm going out to the beach or like, I just feel like I'm probably gonna be out for a long time and I'm gonna wanna change like my period pant in that time, then I'll switch to tampons. Was there a time when you didn't change your pad / tampon for more than it's recommended? With pads, I think it's good to change it very regularly for hygiene reasons, but it's not like as like serious as tampons. Like you have to change your tampon like very like regularly when you're supposed to, because it's like inside you, so it's a lot more invasive and you can get ill like if you leave it in for too long. But yes, I have accidentally left it in maybe like once or twice, which I know is not good. How long does it take for your body to adjust to getting your period for that time of the month? Wait, I think I know what you're saying. Like how long does it take for your body to get used to your period when you first start? I think if that's what you mean. I've read before that it takes about 2 years, but obviously it varies person to person. I think my first like 3 or 4 cycles were like not irregular, like it came every month, but it was like a different flow and my body was just getting used to it, you know? But after that, like it's kind of been the same. What do you do on your heavy flow? I put on my biggest period pants. I have like these ones which are super comfy where they're like shorts, and then maybe I'll put like black cycling shorts on as well. My flow doesn't ever really get that heavy. Like I'm quite lucky. I have not like a super like light flow, but like it's still like a normal flow, but like it's a lighter, like it doesn't get too heavy, and it never really has. Would there be a benefit from getting a sports bra apart from comfort, and what are they? So this is one of my sports bras. Obviously it can vary on the sports bra. This one doesn't have any underwire in it, and I feel like most sports bras don't because it's designed for you to be active, so it's quite comfortable. These aren't actually the most comfortable things because this one's like a very tight one for like, it's like high impact, so it really keeps your boobs in place. So when you're like, especially if you have big boobs like I do, it can be difficult to do sports because it can be kind of uncomfortable. So this keeps your boobs in place so they don't move when you exercise. Or you can get ones which more for like comfort is like a loose, like low impact sports bra / like bralette. They're like the best for comfort. Like this one, it depends on the type of sports bra. What do I do if I can't find my hole for the tampon? I would, sorry, this is kind of like, I haven't really answered this question ever before, so it's kind of like, I'm sorry if I'm getting embarrassed, guys. I'm not gonna be embarrassed, okay? I mean, on the tampon packets, they normally show you like a picture of like your body, what it looks like, and it will show you how to use it, and like it will give you instructions. So look at those, or you could like watch videos about it. I'm sure there are lots of informative videos on the internet which go into more detail about it. Or you could ask like your parents or like an adult, female adult, or you could ask your doctor. I think it's important to know about your body and how it works. Do you tell your whole family when you're on your period, or just your mum? To be honest, yeah, I kind of just tell my whole family. I tell my friends, I tell my mum, I tell everyone. Is it normal to have stretch marks on your boobs? Yes, I personally, I haven't experienced this, but I know that some girls do, and it's perfectly normal. It's just part of growing. You can get stretch marks anywhere. How do you go to the beach when you are on your period? Tampon or not swim at all? So I'll either use a tampon, or I will not swim, and I've done it before where I just wear denim shorts and a bikini top, and that's normal to wear at a beach anyway. Sometimes when I'm not on my period, I'll just wear shorts, especially because I go to where I live, I'm very close to the beach, so I go there all the time, and I'm not always swimming, I'm just hanging out. Anyways guys, that's all the questions for today. I hope you found this helpful. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!